Why do parrots make such popular pets? Hi, I'm Kaylin, and parrots are my bliss, even when they're nibbling on my ear. I have 18 species of parrots, and I just can't get enough. I can't get enough of learning about parrots, of being with my parrots, of talking about parrots. In my last video, I joked that I saw a thing on social media where Ralphie from The Simpsons was saying that he got thrown back into the house by his kidnappers because when they kidnapped him, all he did was talk about parrots. And my daughter's like, "That's you, Mom." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." So that is why I am all about sharing my bliss and helping you hopefully have a more blissful bond with your parrot, especially since parrots are so popular. I believe that this bond, this blissful bond, comes from doing bonding things, from diet, and from understanding more of a parrot's perspective. We have to sort of get out of our mindset and how we see the world and start to see the world the way a parrot sees the world. So in today's video, I have my Linny right there, Ari, whose DNA is off. Can't wait to get her DNA back. I think it's a she. We'll see if I'm right. I love the way parrotlets sort of hover. It's like they have like a little touch of hummingbird, I think. But anyway, please don't go thinking that my Linny's cage is teeny tiny. Let's see if we can show you the cage a little bit more. Her door is open. I tried putting her in a bigger cage and she looked like, and she wouldn't get off my finger. This is a small cage temporarily, just while she is adjusting and kind of getting comfortable. She's a baby, and so we just wanted her to really have the ability to kind of get comfortable in a small space, and then I'll be able to grow her space. Somewhere in here, possibly flying into the scene, are Sashi, my parrotlet, and Macy, my Cape parrot. I'm Kaylin, the author of The Parrot Bliss Bond. Please be sure to get your copy on Amazon. I have also been a novelist. My novel, Cake by the Ocean, also available on Amazon. Just look for them under their names. Why are exotic parrots so popular? Especially when exotic sort of means that they bite you, that they pick on you. If you listen carefully, you might hear my Amazon screaming, although I don't know if he's screaming right now. They eat cords. Macy, are you eating a cord? They eat cords, they fight with each other. They're like perpetual children that you have to cook for, that you have to do a lot of cleaning for, that you have to provide a lot of toys or entertainment for, and they're ridiculously expensive. So why are they so popular? Now, let me see if I could show you. My Linny's actually, there we go. You can kind of see her, kind of. Let me see if I can adjust the camera just a skosh. This is how Miss Linny looks most of the time. She looks like a tail in the air and her butt's up, like she just doesn't care. And that's because she's always eating fresh vegetables. She's a crack up. So parrots are also like delicate. When you bring a new baby home, you have to watch them like a hawk. So I just did a video on 3 things to watch for when you bring your new parrot home so that they integrate well. Macy, here, do you want a pistachio? And you could go on the perch. There you go. My new hairpiece. Oh. You have to watch them carefully because they get stressed out easily. So when that happens, you could wind up with a sick parrot. Once your parrot gets sick, they go downhill and they go fast. It's not like you and I when we catch a cold where we'll recover, we just need to take a week off or whatever. It's not like that. I've never seen a parrot just recover. If they get sick, you're in trouble. I'm telling you, they are a hard, difficult pet, which is really more of a companion because they require so much time and attention. Did I forget to introduce my golden? I did. This is my golden conure, Bonnie Rose, also known as a Queen of Bavaria. So they're popular because even though they've got a lot of challenges, like you can't have candles, you can't burn candles in your home. You can't use Teflon in your home. You have to be careful if you have fans. You can't really have a fan going, like a physical fan that's going, you can't have that. You can't wear perfume. You can't have like a lot of scented things. If you use cleaners, they have to be unscented because your parrot will get sick. So, kind of like the canary going in the coal mine, because they, this is how in the old days they measured that there was some toxicity in the air, because first the canary would get sick. Parrots are delicate and they get sick easily, so you just, you know, there's so many things to be aware of and so many things to be careful of, and so many, for example, also things that they can't eat. If you're eating chocolate, you can't share. If you're having avocados in your sandwich or something, guac with your chips, you can't share. Can't have salt either. So a very difficult pet. The flip side is that parrots are fantastic pets. Now, if your parrot gets sick, or if they're feeling some stress, if your parrot's suffering from a little bit of nervousness, like Bonnie, she's actually a little bit of a shy/nervous parrot, then you want to get your bottle of Tink's Parrot Relief. This is our CBD oil that we created because we were given a green cheek conure who had had neurological damage. She was given to us like this. She probably flew into a window, which is probably how she wound up at the pet store, but since I like you, I'm giving her to you because she can't fly, she can't walk very well, so I can't sell her, so why don't you have her? And I'm like, I'll be happy to take her and give her a home, my own little rescue. Tink lived for a while. She was the sweetest little traditional green cheek conure you'd ever seen. She was just awesome. But she started to have seizures and freaked the bejesus out of me. When she started to have seizures, we did our research and we came up with Tink's CBD oil because it helped reduce Tink's seizures so significantly. It also helps reduce stress, and it helps a bird really, I think, calm down. I'm one of those natural girls. I believe in medicine when it's necessary. I believe in food as medicine when you can do that. What are you doing? Are you telling me you're hungry? Here, try going in with the Linny. Or is that going to be World War III? Yeah, okay. Let me get her seeds because she doesn't eat them. Here. You want to eat some of her seeds? Because she doesn't eat that. I'm trying to get my Linny to eat seeds. All she eats is vegetables, and at some point she's got to be able to have pellets and some other things. Hi, Sashi. I'm so happy to see you, Sashi. Let's see. Do you want me to give you a seed? So, once we developed Tink's CBD oil, it really helped Tink. Her seizures reduced. And now I actually use it and I give it to my parrots because it also helps support a strong immune system. And since once parrots get sick, you have to take them to the vet. I mean, they don't, I don't know if I've ever heard of a parrot, and I've never experienced, out of all my parrots, I've never experienced a parrot just magically getting better on their own. So I really like to make sure that my parrots have the healthiest diet possible. And I put hemp oil in their fresh vegetables because it has the right balance of omegas. And I put a little bit of CBD oil into their fresh vegetables because I want them to have a strong immune system so that they can fly when they are nibbling on me. And hopefully when she gets a little older, Miss Sashi, she will stop nibbling. It's a phase that I find at least a lot of the small parrots go through. They go through a little nibbling phase. And I think that's a little bit of maybe frustration, but a little bit of, I can eat on my own, but you're supposed to feed me. You're supposed to help me learn to hunt, and you're still supposed to feed me. And I have feeder apparently written all over my face because all of my parrots look to me, and they come to me when they want to be fed, and they go to my daughter or my husband when they want love and affection and to play. It's like, gee, thanks. It's great being the parrot mom. Anyway, so why are parrots so popular? They crawl on your face, they bite your face, they screw up your hair, they put holes in your clothes. Did you know that? Parrots in the wild and at home, they will do things like if they have a nest box or wood, they'll mark it. It's like they're putting their signature into it. And it's like, this is my house. It's like putting their name on something. So when they're on your shoulder, they're like, this is my person. So I'm going to put a hole in this to mark it. It's kind of like, I think, a dog peeing and marking their territory. But instead of peeing, the parrots poop everywhere and mark their territory by ruining your clothes, by putting holes in your clothes. But they are popular because they are companions. They're not pets. And what I mean by that is a parrot will bring your hair because she loves you and she's showing you that she wants to take care of you. She's doing the equivalent of taking care of my feathers for me. A parrot will nibble on you because they love you. They will cozy up to you. Oh, dang. Now she's preening my face. They'll bite any little beauty marks. If you have a scab, they'll take it off for you. Sure, you'll bleed, but they kind of like that too. And they do it because you have an imperfection, and any imperfection they will help you get rid of. Even though when they pick at it, it gets bigger. But they live in the now moment, and in the now moment, they fixed the imperfection. Besides, tomorrow they have a new imperfection that's probably bigger to deal with, so that's really great. Hey, Sassy, you're just spending so much time with me. Thank you. I love you, my little Sassy. Hi, Sassy. I love my parrots. They are truly just incredible. They're beautiful. She has a little lipstick on her feathers now. They're so intelligent and they're freaking funny. Oh, listen. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Do you hear that? That's my Amazon yelling from downstairs. High maintenance and difficult pets, let me tell you. So you really want to equip yourself. I recently saw a video from Bird Tricks. I wanted to put a link to it, but I'm gonna have to like look and look. I don't even know what the title was. Actually, the truth is my husband showed me the video, so it's like on his phone and in his history, not mine. But in it, Jamie Lee was talking about the fact that I guess people always say to her, I want, like, what's a good starter parrot that's not small? I don't want a small one. And she's like, you know, the problem is people get in over their heads and then parrots get rehomed. I have the three of the species she says get rehomed the most. African gray, not macaw, but Amazon, and what's the third one? No. Yeah, cockatoo? Oh, okay, I don't have a cockatoo. I have a cockatiel. Right, African gray, macaw. No, not macaw. No. African gray, Amazon, and is it cock? Well, that makes sense. But macaws get rehomed a pretty good amount too. And, you know, the reason is because they are so, like, they're nibbling on you all day, either physically or nibbling on your house, or like Ursula's just was, rah, rah, and he doesn't do that all day, but they can really be challenging, but they can also be incredible. My daughter goes like this, and Ursula goes beep, 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 beep. Adorable. I need to get some footage of this. The problem is, like, you have to catch the exact right moment, right? When I was coming upstairs and I was calling Macy because I knew that she wanted to come, my Cape Conure. I knew she'd want to come with me. So I go, Macy! And my African gray goes, he's calling the dog. I mean, they're incredible. Or the other night, why don't you hang out there for a minute? Bite the wood. Look at, that's what the chopsticks are for. I go through all the trouble. I bring home chopsticks. The other night, you know, my daughter and I go down to the kitchen for a little, like, midnight itty bitty snack. And our African gray's like, night, night, night. Night, night, night. And then he goes, I love you. I mean, incredible. Just incredible. Now, he's a rescue, so I don't know where he learns these things. I just, like, I hadn't heard that one before. Incredible. They are also, parrots are also just so fascinated with us. And they're just such companions. I mean, look at this. Now, golden conures are particularly, I think, the most cuddly bird, most cuddly parrot I know of as far as the species goes. Hi, sweetie. So, when you are looking at getting a parrot, there is a reason they're so popular, despite how challenging they are, how wearing they are, how much work they take. So make sure that you do your research. so that you get some of Tink's oil just to support their immune system, not to deal with like separation anxiety, particular bathroom, not to deal with stress, them being stressed out, but really to support them. And also make sure you do your research so that you find the right parrot that you can really bond with. When there are 350 to 400, over 400 species of parrots, depending on how they are categorized, no, not that all of those are available at your exotic pet store or with a breeder, but we were making a list the other day. I think there's between 30 and 60 that you could get access to because we have seen them either at a exotic bird store or at a breeder. So do your research, find the right parrot for you. For example, if you want a cuddle monster, this is the one. If you want a really easy one, this is the one. It just depends on what your lifestyle is and what suits you best. And so I'll try to work on videos for each one of the ones, each of my species, and what lifestyle I think they would best match. Thank you for joining me in this boppin' video. As always, thank you for watching the ads. It helps me support my flock and it helps me keeping videos coming for you. Please be sure to get your bottle of Tink's CBD at parrotbliss.com.